Tired of your standard deck box? Want something a little bit more unique? Welcome to Element Hobbies, the channel where we take a look at the hobby side of Magic the Gathering, collections, accessories, and expression through deck building. In this video, I'll be reviewing a 3D printed deck box you can get on Etsy. This is the Commander 110 deck box from Cabal Coffees. You can find their store on Etsy. I'll have a link in the description. It's a 3D printed box, which means it's made of plastic, but the solid type of plastic, not the bendy type. It has the trademark layer lines of a 3D printed project, but I actually kind of like the texture on these. The back panel is a little bit more smooth than the sides, and the back panel and the bottom panel are both flattened off, while the sides have angled edges. To my best knowledge, Cabal Coffees is a single person with multiple 3D printers, so their inventory goes in and out of stock weekly. There are a wide variety of colors that may or may not be in stock at any given time. You can follow them on Instagram, where they will post when the new stock is on the site, and also for some great Magic memes. They also have a couple variants, including the Commander 100D+, which holds up to 100 double-sleeved cards with a built-in divider for about 15 to 20 single-sleeve tokens. But for this video, we'll focus on this deck box, the Black Commander 110. The key feature here is the open front. Now, an open panel is something I would normally avoid in a deck box, but the Commander 110 uses a slide-in track and this little knob to hold in place a top loader. I have to admit, it's kind of fidgety. Sometimes I'll just have it on my desk and I'll just take it out and put it back in and take it out and put it back in. The cool part about the top loader front is that it looks nice on the shelf with your Commander inside, and it makes it easy to identify which deck is which can be a problem with a lot of deck boxes. So let's pause for a moment and talk about the deck box, which is my default deck box that I recommend. The Ultimate Guard Boulder, specifically the 100+, because I play mostly Commander. Now, why is this the default? Well, first and foremost, they have different sizing options, so whatever format you play, they have a size for you. Not only that, but they're slim in excess of the deck volume, which means there isn't a lot of wiggle room for cards to potentially dislodge. Because of that slimness, they're able to fit into a wide variety of storage containers and bags. They're tough, meaning they're going to protect your cards from your average jostling and a potential drop. And you can more or less see the Commander from the front, so you don't have to open 3 boxes to find the deck you actually want to play. Now that we know the baseline, let's see how the Commander 110 compares. On the outside, the Boulder 100+ is just under 4 inches tall, and just under 3 inches wide and deep. The Commander 110 comes in at 4 3/8 of an inch tall, 3 3/8 of an inch wide, and 3 1/8 of an inch deep. At a glance, it's obvious that the Commander 110 is much bigger than the Boulder. It's harder to measure on the inside of the Boulder 100+ when it's closed, but estimating from the outside, you get about 1/16 of an inch from the top of wiggle room. The Commander 110 has about 1/8 of an inch of wiggle room from the top, and about 1/8 of an inch of room between the side of the deck and the top load cover. This will vary depending on the sleeves you use, but this is a good general measurement. The Commander 110 claims to hold up to 110 single-sleeved cards, so enough for a single Commander deck and some tokens and whatnot. Not a huge issue for me, since I bring dry erase tokens in my bag and I don't really need space for tokens in the deck box, but it's there if you need it. Adding 11 single-sleeved cards to the 99 from my Gix deck here, you can see that I could probably fit in another 1 or 2, but I feel comfortable saying it will fit 110 standard single-sleeved cards. The Boulder has to fit the entire deck in it, but I was able to fit an additional 15 cards, so I would safely say the Boulder can hold 115 standard single-sleeved cards. The natural conclusion might be that the Boulder is better, right? It's smaller, holds more cards. Well, it kind of is, but no. The Commander 110 is bigger, absolutely. Will it fit into my Ultimate Guard Archive? No. Will it fit into my Ultimate Guard Smart Hive? Yes, but it will take up the entire side, which you could fit 2 100+ Boulders in. You don't want this in a box or in the back of a row behind a bunch of other deck boxes. You want it out and showing off your cool Commander. Or you want to take it to your LGS or your friend's place. So then, how well does it travel? I use my old Peak Design Everyday Messenger bag. It holds 4 boulders, a playmat, and any number of writing utensils, tokens, and dice. Anything I could want for an evening of Commander. And you know what? The Commander 110 fits right in. It is a little bit bigger and definitely noticeable, but the effect on the carrying load is negligible. Everything still fits as if it was a Boulder 100+. Your bag or case may vary, but you can just check the dimensions to see if it will fit your particular needs. As cool as it is to have your commander on the front of the deck box, it does bring some challenges. While the box is more or less sturdy as the Boulder 100 Plus, the top loader in the front is not as secure as the Boulder, or even as a 3D printed plate would be. The Etsy listing even mentions that certain firmer top loaders may not work as well as the top loader provided. The top loader needs to flex a bit to get over the little nub here that serves to hold the top loader in place. So if something happens to pierce from the front, you may end up with damage to your cards as well as your fancy commander. If you want a little more padding on the inside, you can actually fit about 12 unsleeved tokens on top of the cards behind the commander. Another potential issue is that if you hold the box upside down with the full deck inside, it bends the top loader just enough to let it slip over the nub without any kind of resistance. There's a simple solution to this. Don't hold it upside down. Come on, we invest so much into our decks, we should know how to take better care of them. Set them on your shelves or in your bag carefully. That's all I ask. I will admit that for a large deck collection that gets taken in and out a lot, or to minimize home storage, I would say go with boulders in general. But for a special deck or two, where you maybe have a very particularly special or personalized commander, I would say a Commander 110 fits a very nice spot on being affordable, fancy, and sturdy, with coolness that scales to however cool your commander is. I'll have links to their store below and their Instagram if you want to check them out. Thank you for watching, and if you want to see the deck list for Gix I've been using in the demonstration, feel free to click here, and I'll see you in the next video.